Yeah, so I'm really passionate about helping build knowledge and awareness and capacity on asset management, mainly for public infrastructure owners, enabling them to do more themselves. So that's a real big passion of ours, is helping build that capacity and skill base. There's groups in Canada like the Canadian Network of Asset Managers, who's really been pushing asset management and awareness, much like ALN is doing in the US, which is great. Over the years, they've developed a number of resources. One of them that we were involved in is this booklet. So it's the AM 101 for communities, trying to get local governments excited about asset management. That's a free download that you can get on the CNAM website. We can put a link in the chat somewhere. But over the last few years in Canada, we've seen a real kind of surge in asset management awareness and understanding amongst local governments and public infrastructure owners. But what that's caused is this surge in demand for asset management staff. People going out and managing to get a position in their budget for an asset management coordinator or an asset management manager. Then they're going out and trying to hire them and discovering that they're like hen's teeth. They're pretty hard to find. So what can we do as an industry to try and put more people out there so that there are these staff available? And this isn't just affecting local government and public infrastructure owners, but the consultants are also struggling to hire people. And also private companies as well. Private infrastructure owners are all competing for this pretty limited pool of resources that's out there. And a lot of these organizations are realizing that we have to start trying to build this capacity ourselves. It's not possible to go and hire someone with 10 years asset management experience. What do we need to do as an organization to try and equip ourselves to deal with these staffing challenges and position ourselves for long-term success so that we can have the right skills that we need? There was another initiative that we were involved with the Canadian Network of Asset Managers, which was developing this competency framework for communities. So looking at the underlying skills that an organization needs to be good at asset management. Very kind of public focused in terms of local governments and communities and what the skills are that they need to do. And that was a really exciting project that involved GFOA, the IAM, IPWA were all involved. And that's a resource, again, it's free to download from the CNAM website. Now in the US, lots of these asset management issues are starting to come to light. And it's great that there's these discussions happening now where we're talking about, the impacts of this and what we can do to move forward and increase spending. But my kind of question to all of us is, how do we resource that? How do we make sure there's enough asset management people to help organizations go down this road of making better decisions using the information that they have? Because a lot of public infrastructure owners, they're already struggling. We're already stretched. We're already trying to do so many things off the sides and corners of our desk. How do we make sure that we can staff this? Now, in the infrastructure bill, there's a whole section on state human capital plans, which is excellent to see that we've been thinking about this and it's there. When first kind of read of that, I'm thinking it's more around, how do we make sure there's enough engineers and construction staff and resources at that level to get the capital projects delivered? But my question would be, has there been any thought given to asset management professionals? And how do we make sure that these organizations are, equipping themselves so that we have the right asset management knowledge so that, the money's coming in, we're spending the time making sure that the money's going in the right places. And that's something that, as Mike mentioned, we've been working with the Michigan Infrastructure Council all around their asset management program. So the MIC, as a division under the Treasury Department of the state of Michigan, have been doing a lot of great work over the last few years to try and build this culture of asset management across the state. It's been super exciting. So it started off as an awareness course that was put together. And that was all around how, these regional reps that are there representing the state, how can we give them some of the materials that they need to start having the asset management conversations. They also developed asset management readiness scale. So it's a very basic maturity assessment that can be delivered. And that's a free download, again, from the MIC website that I can share with you. But the latest thing that they've put together is this champion program. So this is a kind of real hands-on immersive training program that infrastructure owners across the state of Michigan are going through. It's a 3-month program where they go and really get kind of hands-on. They get some e-learning. They then have some live discussion pods. And really, like the intent of it is to try and get people across the state of Michigan that are in these infrastructure owning positions, having them become these champions for asset management, so they can start having the conversations within their organization and really starting to sow these seeds and build this network for an asset management culture across the state. So that's been super exciting there.